Tonight's main event is brought to you by Milagro Tequila. Welcome to a brighter side of tequila with Milagro. Fighting out of the blue corner, Stephen Graham. And fighting out of the red corner, Jose Hernandez. It's the main event. One more time, let's make some noise!
It is main event time, live and exclusively on Spectation Sports.
All right, gentlemen.
Jose Hernandez, the champion, taking on the challenger. Stephen Graham, we're underway.
Now, for these low kicks that Stephen Graham plans on doing, he's gonna have to set him up with his hands. We saw him just miss the first one. He has to set up with his hands, and he has to move his head off center line. He's been caught there before throwing these naked kicks.
Ooh, big left hand by Hernandez right there, the champ.
As a big left hand skips off the temple of Stephen Graham. 50-50 position with Stephen Graham turning Jose Hernandez to the fence.
Both these guys, you know, pretty bottom heavy. Big legs for both of them. As the champ offers an overhand left, has that push kick there for him again. There's a blitz from the challenger. Graham and a right hand by Hernandez.
Yeah, check hook lands for Hernandez, but Stephen Graham answers with the left hook.
Back to that 50-50 position.
Beautiful inside control from Hernandez. Puts the thumb in the crease of the elbow of Stephen Graham. He's able to land elbows from a clinch like that.
Yep, and here's Graham initiating the grappling. Very good jiu-jitsu on the side of Graham.
Good turn by Hernandez. DC 1 attempt for Stephen Graham.
And the champion is, like you said, a tough guy. Beautiful. To not only take down, but keep down.
Yeah, beautiful job of wrist control from Jose Hernandez.
Wow. Big body, or big knee to the body by our champ.
And you just see the comfortability of Jose Hernandez in when someone's in on a takedown on him. He's doing the right things. It's so hard. It's dang near impossible to take someone down with one hand, so he doesn't worry how deep you are on the shot. He just controls one hand.
Graham showing a little bit of damage over the left eyebrow. Almost landed that left-hand counter. Was Graham. Good head kick by Nano.
Big high kick, and it was blocked by Stephen Graham, but you can see that impact go through the guard.
Body to head, Hernandez starting to pick it up.
Right hook tags Stephen Graham there.
Oh, and a body shot and a left hand by Graham. These guys are exchanging.
Good hook to the body, followed by that cross that seems to stun Jose Hernandez there.
Attacking that knee of Golden Graham. Oh, both of these guys, if they land that shot.
He needs to be careful, though. He's throwing that naked kick.
Wow. Reversal by Nano.
Great hips. Finds himself here in top mount. Stephen Graham gives up his back temporarily. Jose Hernandez a bit high on the back. Beautiful job by Stephen Graham to get up.
Graham takes the center of the cage here. Over a minute to work here in round number 1 of our title fight. Right hand offered by Nano right there.
Good body work by Hernandez. Both these guys dig into the body. I'd like to see more of that from both of them.
Oh, left hand.
Big left hand.
Look to rock the champion. Stephen Graham on the pressure a little bit right here.
And Stephen needs to recognize what he's tagging him with, and it's a left straight. Again, southpaws don't fight southpaws very often, so this might be something that Jose Hernandez isn't used to. He's usually focus on the power hand, which is the right hand of an orthodox fighter, but for Steven, it's his left hand. If I'm in Steven Graham's corner, I'm telling him, hey, let's fire that left straight repeatedly.
Landed a couple times for the challenger, Graham. And a big takedown by Steven Graham. Controlling Hernandez right here. But a tough guy to keep down is this guy, Nano, the champion, back up to his feet.
Yeah, we saw the pattern and get-ups by Jose Hernandez in the title fight as Steven Graham lands another left straight.
Takes a peek at the clock, just over 10 seconds to go here in round number 1. There's that push kick again. Repeated push kicks by Hernandez, keeping Graham away.
If I'm being honest, I don't like these low kicks for Steven Graham. I would tell him to get rid of that altogether and let's go with the money shot, which has been that left straight.
Back and forth.
It's a little too close for comfort the way Hernandez is getting so close with his big shots as he's throwing that kick. Here in the major pack replay, we see a good knee and turn by Jose Hernandez. And then a beautiful just wrist control and then pull down by Hernandez to get out of the body lock. A right body shot to a left straight by Steven that stunned Hernandez temporarily. Then we see just great hips by Hernandez. Very back and forth round. And then Steven again landing a nice left that you could tell by the feet of Hernandez after that, stunned him. Great body lock takedown again by Steven Graham. Wow, what a round.
A lot to unpack there in round number 1. But both guys looking fresh. You know they carry a lot of cardio. Round number 2 about to be underway. Our time clock brought to you by Hoyt Excavating.
Just a reminder, guys, this is a 5-round fight. We get 5 rounds of this, Josh.
Yeah, it's definitely a chess match between these two. You can see the experience that both guys have. There's a blitz. But Hernandez, you know, not as much experience, but he fights like a guy that has a ton of experience.
Yeah, and I think that just comes from the caliber of opponents he's faced.
It's that push kick again by the champ. Both guys landing in that exchange there. But you can definitely tell Steven Graham, the challenger, posing a lot of problems here for the champion, Jose Hernandez.
Yeah, has no problem being the underdog here tonight. He's had 5-round fights before. And here we're seeing an evolution of his game, which is coming off a year layoff post-ACL surgery. So to have the level of performance he's had so far, obviously much of the fight left to go, but he looks great here at the start of round 2.
Looking to trip that leg of Jose Hernandez, get him back down to the ground. A little bit of a palm strike there by Jose Hernandez. He's done a good job so far in round number 1, getting out of this position. But right now, Graham's starting to take over a little bit. He's got the hands locked around the waist, trying to get the...
And I like this for Steven Graham. He didn't have much success with the grappling in the first round, offensively securing the takedowns, but this is what he can excel in, is mixing it up, using the grappling exchanges to land strikes, and then go back to the grappling, vice versa, back to the striking, and this is where he can land some good shots.
The most control he's had so far right now in the cage is just holding Nano against the fence, working for takedowns.
And this is tiring. This is tiring, especially for a 5-rounder. This is gonna... This will make the striking less impactful for Jose Hernandez if Steven Graham can chew up some of the clock and land short shots in these grappling exchanges.
Beautiful reversal.
That's slick. He's done that twice now where he gets 2-on-1 on a wrist, whips it down.
Oh, flying knee attempt by Hernandez, just missed.
Hernandez opening up now, knows that some of this round was chewed up and wants to get it back.
Oh, big body shot by the champ.
Big body shot, and that actually targeted the liver, which is rare, southpaw. But you can see the mark it made on the body of Stephen Graham.
Ooh. Good leg kick.
Jose Hernandez opening up a bit more there. Switch hook, that was clean.
Nice.
Pops the face back of Stephen Graham. And these kicks hurt from both these guys. Look at the size of both these guys' legs.
You know,
True trunks for legs. Spinning back fist almost hits referee Nick Barons.
we need that guy. He's the only ref tonight. Jose Hernandez working on a takedown of his own. That's what he's so good at, Jeff.
That was a mistake by Stephen Graham to try to go for that spinning back fist. Gave up his back. Good takedown by Hernandez. Back to the feet for Stephen Graham, though.
It's kind of what we saw in the Olivas fight. Close rounds, but Jose Hernandez knows how to make these rounds very close, too. Give the judges something to think about, because Graham had a lot of control time for the majority of the first part of the round.
Yeah, and we're seeing a momentum shift. Hernandez opened up after the grappling at the start of the round, and now has landed some pretty big shots.
Graham on the pressure, though. He's the one moving forward. Now it's Nano.
Good teep.
He's got great timing with it.
Yeah.
That time Graham was ready for it. Caught it. Passed it to the side.
Yeah, made the read, caught that teep, landed a big hook off of it.
Big trip by Graham. This is big.
Yeah,
look, 10 seconds to go.
Looks like Jose Hernandez slipped there. Luckily for him, there's only 10 seconds left. But this is not a place you want to be with Stephen Graham on top. But wow, what a transition. Arm drag, grabs the far tricep of Stephen Graham, uses that to reverse the position. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a fight on our hands.
Such a close fight. And you can see why it's a title fight.
Yeah, high-level stuff here, and the replay brought to you by Major Pack. We see the success Hernandez had on the feet in the striking department. Stephen Graham did have success with smaller strikes on the fence when mixing it in with the grappling. But towards the latter half of the round, it was this by Jose Hernandez. It was the aggressiveness. It was him opening up.
So close.
Flying knee barely lands. An elbow off the break barely lands. And then we see a big mat return, gets the takedown. Stephen Graham was right back to his feet. Then we see that slip there on the kick. Stephen Graham ended up on top, but not for long. Beautiful reversal to get back to his feet for Jose Hernandez.
I don't even want to think to score that round. We're on to round 3.
Yeah, this one's tough just for the sake of a 1-1.
There we go, 1-1. Potentially going into round number 3 in our title fight.
Well, I'm trying to think back to the moments, right? I do think Stephen Graham landed the more damaging shots in round 1, and that's the biggest criteria. And then in round 2, I thought it was Jose Hernandez. So, again, not a judge, luckily, but very well could be 1-1.
And we're off and running in round number 3. Trying to solve the puzzle is both of these fighters.
As they trade leg kicks. This is what I want to see more from Stephen. It kind of looks like whoever just opens up and throws more has the more success.
Yeah, both guys landing shots. There's that combination again, body to the head.
That combo's been money for Stephen Graham. Right hook to the body, left straight.
Caught the kick, he was ready for it this time. In deep on a takedown is Stephen Graham, the challenger.
And Hernandez was able to land some good shots there as he was on one leg.
Such a tough guy to take down as a champion, Hernandez. But this is where we saw the majority of round number 2. Was Graham in control right here against the fence.
Yeah, and the reason Graham had success here early in round 2 is because he was mixing it up with short shots. I'd like to see him go back to that instead of just holding on.
He's out.
Great defense by Hernandez.
Stephen back on the pressure. Both guys Trading going first. Oh, right hand by Hernandez. That's a nasty low kick by Hernandez.
Yeah, I'd like to see both of them feint a little bit more.
Ooh.
They're usually just going. There's a subtle feint there by Steven.
Yep, just trading shots.
Yeah, it's really, I'll throw a combination, and then you throw a combination. And I think if they feinted with their shoulders, feinted with their hands, feinted with the level change, feinted with their head, they would have more success and be able to make reads. They were doing it early in round one, but as this fight's progressed, they've seemed to move away from it and just say, hey, I'm going to throw it. I don't care.
Graham back on the pressure against the fence. Hernandez is out.
And Hernandez does such a great job of turning on the fence.
Coming off an LFA headliner against a great prospect in Mitch McKee.
Oh, that kid's a stud. You know, again, we talked about the resume of Hernandez. He only fights really good people. And a manager that wants to get someone in the UFC might say, hey, this isn't the best route, but he says, hey, I believe in my skill so much that I'm going to get to the UFC regardless, and I'm going to fight the best people on the way.
You gotta like it. And some of these combinations, as Graham unleashes a good one, Hernandez is so close. He's just missing barely with some of these big shots. Right hand by the challenger, Graham. And a great deep entry again, but Hernandez stuffing it.
Yeah, it was beautifully timed. It was off the low kick. He was deep in on the shot, but just great hips by Hernandez. You got to think those tree trunks for legs help the takedown defense.
Big legs, yep. Great base.
Can't relate.
Media. Graham back on the pressure with just over a minute to work. Looking good post ACL surgery is Steven Graham.
I was talking to him before the fight, and he was telling me what the surgery consisted. Full ACL repair and LCL repair, using a cadaver and a part of his patella tendon to fully reconstruct. They use both a cadaver and the patella tendon. So technology's gotten so good nowadays that you heard of failed ACL surgeries before, and now he's back and better than ever with two things holding the ACL or LCL in place.
Yep, looking good. And Hernandez is trying to eat up that leg too.
That's such a tough surgery to come back from. I mean, question mark kick, gets through the guard. It was blocked, but only blocked by one arm, so it basically got through at that point. You still feel the impact. It still rattles the brain.
That's what I mean. He's close.
Superman punch by Jose Hernandez lands, but returned with the left straight. Good pressure by Graham.
Yep, right on that pressure to end the round, and the champion coming back to the corner.
I don't even know how you score that, man. I'm glad I'm not a judge tonight. Here in the major pack replay, we see that combo that's just been cash money for Steven Graham. Right hook to the body, left straight. Matt run attempt. Jesus, it's getting so late I can't talk anymore. Matt return attempt by Steven Graham, blocked. Beautiful return here by Jose Hernandez. And such a close fight.
Yep.
They're both trading, they're both landing.
Unofficial striking numbers show that Steven Graham has landed 55 of 116 strikes, about 50%. And then Jose Hernandez, the champion, has landed 32 of his 121 strikes. So far in Graham, 2 of 6 on his takedown attempts. Hernandez 1 for 4 on his takedown attempts.
Yeah, it's hard if you're trying to judge fights off the numbers, though.
Right.
What's significant, what's not. The short little shots landed by Steven Graham in the clinch definitely don't match up to some of the power shots landed by Hernandez, and vice versa,
100%.
right? Steven Graham has landed some big shots as well, so the numbers can be a bit deceiving.
Both guys not giving an inch here in this title fight. We're on to round number 4, the championship rounds. That push kick again, it's been there for him.
Stabbing teep has been there for him all night. And
it's just not affecting Graham at all.
he's just having a good poker face, I think. I think that's taking the breath of him, because it's stabbing. He leads with his toes. But Graham's a vet. He's tough, as we see him get a body lock takedown. Let's see if he can rack up some control time, because Hernandez has just gotten up every time. He has such good get-ups.
A huge takedown from the challenger right there in round number 4.
But Jose does all the right things. Look, he's already worked his way to the fence, as we were talking, and he's doing that wall, attempting to get up normally, and he's up.
Yep. He's impressive.
That's a very, very impressive skill to have. Not even at the high level, some people don't have that.
Working on the hands here of Stephen Graham. For now, he's got the grip broken so far. It's only a matter of time before he explodes out, you would think.
I like this for Stephen, right? Just pressuring him, pushing him against the fence, putting the knee in between the legs, and then going to work with the other hand.
Oh, almost landed that back elbow. But he's back in on it. This is where he's had success, like you said. You can see that the champion saying, I'm trying to get him off me, but having trouble so far in this fight. Stephen Graham's all pressure.
And just doing the right things, having control of the hip, having good head position. Jose Hernandez tries to go back to that whip he does with the 2-on-1 grip.
Competitive fight, caught the kick. That time, big left hand by Stephen Graham.
Stephen's done a better job as the fights progress, making the reads of the teep, and caught that one there, returning with the big hook.
Graham back on the pressure. There's that left hand again. That
big
lands
left
flush.
hand.
Mixing it up perfectly, getting deep to a shot.
And I love this for Stephen Graham. Let's mix it up, baby. Even if he's getting back up on these takedowns, let's land some short shots, back to the striking, and then mix in the wrestling again.
And you're right, Jeff. That left hand has been on the money.
And I just think it's a weapon Hernandez isn't used to seeing, right? You usually don't fight other southpaws, so you have to worry about the right straight of people. But now, the weapon's completely different. It's the left straight.
In the corner of Hernandez, they are eager for urgency out of their fighter. They want him to move forward.
It just really seems whoever's going first is having the success there, as we saw Hernandez land a nasty hook.
Oh, big right hand counter.
Big
Hernandez
knee.
in a knee attempt.
Hard to see from our angle if that first one landed, but it may have, just from the reaction Stephen Graham had afterward.
This was the right hand that just kind of stopped Graham in his tracks. He thought he had him hurt and went for the flying knee and just missed again.
And Stephen just doing a great job of mixing things up. He's landing short shots in the grappling exchanges, and he's having success with it.
Both guys wearing the damage.
And I think that's a problem Alan Olivas had in their fight, was he was strictly looking for the takedown, strictly looking for the grappling, and not really trying to mix things up. But Stephen's having success mixing it up.
Right. Good elbow off the break by Hernandez, but still not landing flush.
Yeah, looked like a little bit of a head clash off the elbow, which they both acknowledge and bumped fists too. It happens.
Oh, left hand again by Graham. You can see the swelling over the right eye of Hernandez, and that's due to that left hand. And there's that right hand again. These guys are finding success. Both of them are. Who's got the better cardio? And who wants it more?
Yeah, for those of you watching at home.
Oh my. Hernandez on the gas here. They wanted urgency. They're getting it.
This is what you want to see at the end of the round. The fight that's so close, someone put a stamp on the round. And Jose knows how to do that. He did that in his title fight against Alan Olivas. Beautiful throw.
Do it too. Big takedown by Hernandez.
And after what was such a good round for Stephen Graham, to end like this, you got to think this is what the judges see last.
Fresh in their minds, but Graham's back to his feet right before we get to the end of the round.
Stop.
This one, razor close.
Yeah, super close.
One final deciding round. Both these guys look fresh. Both imploring the crowd to pick it up.
Here the major pack replay. We just see these guys trading. Flying knee attempt by Jose Hernandez. Double leg attempt by Stephen Graham right into the judo throw. Beautiful. Just very back and forth. Hernandez does a great job with that last minute, really putting the gas on the pedal, just putting it on, and it's optics really, especially in a close fight. If you make it seem like you're doing something, most of the time the judges recognize that.
It's like right at the 2-minute mark, it seems like Hernandez just starts to win the round from that point on, but the first 3 minutes, it seems like Graham is on his way to, getting the round.
Yeah. Where are we at here, Josh? Is this a 2-2? Like, how do you score this?
It's tough. I think Graham is potentially up 3-1, or it's 2-2. That's where I would sit right now, but we're in the 5th round. We'll see if one of these guys can not leave it to the judges tonight.
Yeah, if I'm in either quartering, I'm telling these guys we need to finish. I just don't know where the scorecard is, or are. They've been deferring all night.
Both guys landing, both guys wearing.
I want to see these guys fight like it's a close fight. Jose Hernandez, once again, attempting the judo throw, is able to break from the grappling.
Got to think both of these guys are just one big shot away.
Stephen back to his combo there, right hook to the body, left straight.
And the champ back to his teep to the body.
That low kick that Stephen Graham's been throwing is adding up. You can see the redness and the welts on the leg of Jose Hernandez. Big body shots. Yeah. I like that for Stephen. He's had success with the right hook to the body, to the left straight. So let's target the body a bit more.
Both guys landing in their combinations. Jose first, but at the end of it, Graham lands. Same there. And true fight fans will appreciate the high levelness of this fight. It's something to witness here. These guys are both really, really good.
Three minutes to go in what's been a super close fight. Bit of a telegraph shot there for Stephen Graham, but he's in where he wants to be, in on a body lock. And we've seen this play out so many times. Short strikes are going to be landed by Stephen Graham. Then Hernandez is going to get out, break. They're back on the feet. Hernandez turns it on for a minute or two. And that's just been the story of this fight, and that's why it's been so competitive.
Both guys landing there. Looked like Graham got the better of it, though, on the left. Tried that combination again. Landed to the body, not to the head. We got the blood coming out of the nose of Stephen Graham.
I'm going to start calling that combo the Stephen Graham because it's been money for him. And he's probably not used to throwing that against people he trains with because it only works against lefties, right? Because if you're doing it against an orthodox guy, you're fighting the close side. So a lot of times he'll hit an elbow.
The champion finding success with his jab here in the final round. Knee almost landed. Jose said no.
Big hook and knee landed by Stephen Graham. Stephen Graham is a bit opened up now. Let's see if the judges take that into effect.
Right.
You know, it's not the best look, but he's...
Oh, and a low blow. That one was flush. Will slow us down right at the 2-minute mark. Jose Hernandez does have 5 minutes to recover, but I don't think he's gonna use it all. Both of these guys are fresh. He says he's all right. But you're right, Jeff. The damage is showing now on the face of Stephen Graham.
You said he's good? Go.
And we'll see how that's taken into consideration by the judges.
2 minutes to go and a very, very competitive title fight.
Slip by the champ. Low kick by Stephen Graham there. And another left hand at the end of the combination. The champ doesn't have an answer for it. Check that kick beautifully. These guys are starting to swing here. 90 seconds to work. Good entry by Graham. Defended by Hernandez. Knee up the middle.
Let's see who puts the stamp on this round with a minute to go.
In this close of a fight, one of these guys could put a stamp and take this fight in this round. Could be the decider. 1 minute to go.
Man, if I'm in either corner, I'm screaming, hey, everything you got right here, right now. How bad do you want it? Everything you got. Let's go.
Check that kick again, did the champ. Right to the body. And a low kick offered by Graham. Down to the wire here in the final seconds of the round. The champion going forward now. Graham landing a right hand. Oh, big right hand by the champ. Now he's going forward, looking to put a stamp on it. Deep shot, tried the reversal, didn't get it this time. And could he ride out the round right here? Hernandez looking at the time clock. He doesn't want to end the fight in this position. And Graham does. Did not fully get the takedown. We will get to the scorecards. Incredible fight, high level fight by both of these guys. Stephen Graham, confident that he won this fight. Jose Hernandez says, I got it.
Wow.
This is going to be an interesting scorecard.
What a fight.
Such a good fight.
Incredible fight. As a fan of the sport, that was awesome to watch. 25 minutes. For those at home, try running for 25 minutes, let alone fighting another man that's trying to kick your head off. It's a lot. Man, shout out to both these guys. Incredible performance, high-level stuff we saw here tonight. Wow. And at the end of this, I still don't know who the winner is. Here in the Major Pack replay, we see Stephen Graham in on a takedown. And that was kind of the story of the fight. It seemed like Stephen Graham would chew up some clock and put him on the fence, land some short shots. Hernandez would break and then go crazy and then be super aggressive, flying knees, elbows. And it was just so back and forth, Josh. I mean, here we see a good mat return towards the end, and you got to think, we're talking about optics, we're talking about the last minute of the fight, really turning it on. And I feel like in that 5th round, Stephen did that.
The damage is on in favor of Jose Hernandez, the champion, but that doesn't mean everything here tonight. Stephen Graham fought one heck of a fight, and the champion did what the champion does. That's what it looks like for Jose Hernandez. Always competitive, always in every fight.
Is it and still and new?
I'm not gonna say, but it's gonna take a while for these scorecards to get to our ring announcer, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, 5 rounds. That's a lot of mathing.
But both of these guys, they're just great human beings. They're super nice, super likable guys, and both deserving of having that belt after that performance.
Incredible fight. Incredible fight. Honestly, I think my favorite fight that I've seen in the FAC cage besides Jason High versus Jake Lindsay.
And that one's going to be at the top of the list, you know, maybe forever. But it reminded me of Reddinghouse and McGowan a little bit. That was kind of a similar chess match. This one had a little bit more damage done to it. But yeah, this one's right up there in the top most competitive fights, especially title fights.
And just skill level as well and competitiveness, the back and forth. You know, we're sitting here commentating, still not knowing who won this fight, and we had the best seat in the house.
Yeah, not a clue.
I think we're about to see some very different scorecards.
Nivens does have the cards in hand. He's making his way to the cage to deliver the final decision of the night. One of these guys potentially is walking away the champion.
Cable Dahlmer Arena, let's give it up for the main event tonight. The full distance
Can you imagine
of 5 5-minute rounds. Judge Geary scores the bout 49-46. Judge Marquez scores the bout 50-45. And Judge Miller scores the bout 48-47. Your winner by unanimous decision, and still bantamweight champion, Jose Hernandez!
Wow. Unanimously defending defended his title was Jose Hernandez. That was not what we expected in the booth, not from what we saw to be unanimous, especially at 50-45, but a 49-46 as well. Jose Hernandez comes to Kansas City, defends his title, the one that he won by unanimous decision, and he defends it by unanimous decision.
What a fight, incredible fight. Not sure how I feel about the scorecards. You know, I think it could have went either way. However, 50-45, I'm not gonna lie to you, Josh, is atrocious. I don't like to be critical of the judges, but I definitely disagree with that scorecard. That being said, Jose Hernandez, and still incredible fight regardless. I'll just pretend I didn't see that 50-45 scorecard,
Right.
and shout out to Jose Hernandez. This is the second time he comes to Kansas City and plays upset. And one hell of a fight, very back and forth, and rightfully earned for Jose Hernandez.